You're listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Up a ring and on to the light. Golden locks, gold chains on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cage smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hand thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, body said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am your host, Lord Amadeus, the president and CEO, owner of RAWF in the game we all know and love as Wrestler Unstoppable. Joining me this evening as my co-host is the wonderfully talented and beautiful
Roshina biot branachna has a nice Tado farden on roimage som babet Tado broirak cheter Silagas a trill hammer Resnik havle fion spine kar morois in the Kagragam molor det levelin nice
Ladies and gentlemen, she is the one and only Maeve O'Hare. Good evening, Irish.
Sláinte, boss man. How you keeping?
Cilantro. And then I'm not.
Sláinte. Sláinte.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking me if I wanted to eat some cilantro. All right. At any
Why on
rate,
earth would I do that? It tastes of soap.
very good point. How are you? How are you holding up there, Irish? I know Lent's underway at this point, right?
Yeah, it started on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
We're not at the point where I'm like ready to murder someone for a cheeseburger yet, so that's good.
No. Okay. That is good.
Lots of tea.
Lots of tea.
That's my mom's cure for everything.
All right. Well, we are one night away from our first our second pay-per-view of the year.
You're forgetting already.
I forget Cataclysm, and it's gonna, our second pay-per-view.
I know we ain't done it in quite a while, but come on.
Yeah, Love Hurts tomorrow live from here in Vancouver, Canada. We'll be talking about that here in just a little bit. And we'll get to all the reports and news from RAWF. But let's talk about Wrestler Unstoppable to start with, because there was a big update come out.
It's
yesterday.
a fantastic update. I can't say enough good things about it.
Absolutely. So if you folks haven't heard, I'm sure you have by now. If you haven't been in the game. The training partner system has changed quite a bit. And let's take a look. Where are we at? There it is. The new training partner system. So this came out 32 hours ago. The new training partner system is installed and now stable. You might have found yourself with no partners left, but unfortunately necessary to get the system up and running correctly. But that being said, it is very easy to refill your 24 training partner slots now. You don't have to send a Facebook request or anything like that. All you have to do is, if you have an empty slot, there's an invite button. Hit that invite button. Look for someone you want to invite as a training partner.
Slide into their slot.
Have them slide into your slot. Exactly. The gray silhouette MTTBs, click on that box, and that screen should pop up.
And you can search for whoever you wanted. You don't have to just go based on the folks that are listed.
Right,
You can
exactly.
search in, and if you have one of those weird things where like the search function doesn't want to behave, you can always go and get their code from their homepage, and you can search through that.
Yep. And if anyone has requested you as a training partner, that will also show up when you click on that as well. You'll see at the bottom pending partner requests. And if anyone has requested you as a partner, you can accept or reject depending on how you feel about the person, I suppose. But
Bossman's
yeah.
out here being very very scandalous.
What? Who is? Huh?
You are. You're being discriminating about your training partners.
I would never.
I just deleted one, and I'm not even gonna say I'm sorry.
I deleted a bunch when the system came out. I deleted probably about over half of my training partners just because they were all inactives. I still have 4 slots left. 4 training partner slots left.
You heard it here first, folks. Bossman slots are a going commodity. Get your request in fast.
I have 4 left. I'm currently at 20. So,
which they have kept the limit at 24, but you should be able to fill up the full 24. So if you can't, reach out either to the Wrestler Unstoppable Facebook, or even better, go to Discord and post in the Bug Reports channel and let them know, and they will look into it for you.
Exactly. Absolutely. So I love this. This is the best update in a long time. It's how long have we had people complaining about training partners? Years now.
2 or 3 years at least.
Yeah.
That being said, Will COO mentioned this last week when they announced that they were going to do this. But the Bag of Tricks items that have been free while they were working on the training partners thing will not be free for much longer. So go ahead and fill up on those while you can. And don't say we didn't warn you when suddenly they cost money again.
Yep. I mean, it's a great update as far as the training partners go. Unfortunately, it does take away a source of bag items, but
Mags, the reason you didn't lose any is because you didn't try to change it. There was a little brief period there when they first rolled it out that if you tried to change it before everything was fully set, it would mess everything up. So some folks got double training partners, some folks had no training partners, and now that it's fixed, it's fine. But if you weren't messing with your training partners to begin with, then it wouldn't have messed up, and you'll be fine. And as long as you don't touch them, they won't go nowhere.
Yeah, yes, Mags. I had on my screen. I had 2 of every training partner at one point, and it was very disorienting. We'll say that. But yes,
hopefully this move away from the Facebook mechanic means that we're not too far off from the move away from having to use Facebook to log in.
Yes, and that is going to be huge as well. I know a lot of people have accounts that they can no longer access because it's linked to their Facebook.
Yeah.
And
so, in case you'd missed it, when Will COO has been on here before, once they move away from the Facebook login, people who have lost access to a Facebook account that is connected to a wrestler will be able to reach out to Wrestler Unstoppable and connect with them, and they will be able to get you back into that account through the new login system.
And if you aren't a member of the Unstoppable Facebook page, you should try to either be a member of the Facebook page or the Discord. There is an Unstoppable Discord. And if you aren't in there, you're not going to get the updates you need. So I highly suggest joining either the Facebook or the Discord, preferably the Discord, though, at this point.
The Discord is the fastest, most reliable way to get in touch with somebody that can help you.
And if you want the link to the Discord, it is on the RAWF homepage. I do have it on there.
I've also dropped it in the chat here.
Yeah, thank you very much. But
if you have questions about Discord, feel free to reach out to myself or any of the RAWF GMs. I think all of us are on the Discord now.
Yes.
So
yes,
any
we are.
GM in RAWF can help you with it if you have questions, concerns, comments, cries for help.
Yep. Absolutely. But yes, you can either click on the link that Maeve put in, or the link to the Discord is also on the RAWF main page right above the calendar. It's currently featuring Tigress as the February calendar. So uh, check out the Discord if you haven't already. All right.
And
I
then you can
think
come play Wordle with us, White Bossman.
that's right. Come play Wordle with us. That's. Yeah, absolutely. But at any rate, so I think that's pretty much it for Unstoppable News. Hopefully, we will hear from Will CO possibly as soon as next week. Maybe even who knows. But that is
Oh,
the update.
while we're doing plugs for WU, I want to remind everybody about the ability to purchase a T-shirt graphic in game. You can go to the scene for that. I will link it in a moment. But you can send in art for them, and as long as it is copyright free art that you have a right to use and it doesn't violate any of the terms of service or code of conduct, you can put it in game. And once they get another selection of 5, they will give it to the coders, and then they will show up in game. I know we just added another RAWF shirt that will be coming out with the next batch that I'm very excited for.
Are you?
I am.
Oh,
It
cool.
looks well.
It does. It does absolutely look well. Actually,
Yep,
they'll get
there you
they'll
go.
get
Thank you, Destroyer. Do you want to drop a link to the WUHQ so that folks can join that? Remember that if you need a company slot to join WUHQ, you can reach out to Will COO and they will add a new slot for you. That being said, if you ask for the new slot and then you leave the company, you're going to lose the new slot. So don't think that you're going to be tricky.
Yeah, don't be trying to fool the system there, because they are keeping eyes on that.
Thank
Trust
you,
me.
Destroyer. So yeah, if you go there, that is the company that gives all of the information directly from Will COO. Destroyer does a fantastic job keeping an eye on that, making sure everybody behaves. So thank you, Destroyer.
I highly recommend joining that company, folks, if you
Especially
haven't
since you can
already.
join it for free.
Yes, yes, absolutely. All right.
Good.
And
Oh, God. Even through the glass, he's loud.
is that what that buzzing was? Holy cow!
Yeah, that was Denzel yelling.
Dang.
My ears are ringing now.
And yes, there's already some great new shirts in the store that have been put in over the last few weeks.
And there's some great ones coming out. I'm hoping to add some myself at some point.
If
And you can also buy a shirt slot for someone else as a gift. And
yes, you
there's
can.
lots of great artists around the community who are happy to make art for folk.
Indeed. So there's been some great changes. Let's just put it that way. Some great
It
changes.
has been, I know it hasn't always been the smoothest, but I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Sports Unstoppable team and to folks like Destroyer who are working behind the scenes to make sure that everything goes as well as possible.
Yes,
And I'm
indeed.
excited that these are going to be great days coming up for WU, and the best is still to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the training partners is just the tip of the iceberg, but that was huge.
Yeah, and that's also going to help with new players because that means if you start a new account, you'll be able to add training partners and not be sitting there and not be able to get bag of tricks and coins and such.
By the way, I believe someone told me this, but is it true that if you delete a training partner, that does not mean you leave their training partners? Like if
No, it only gets rid of it on your side.
right, so if say I were to delete somebody, that person still has me as a training
Yeah,
partner.
that's not going to take you off of anybody else's list. They don't get a notification that you deleted them or nothing like that.
No, and they don't lose a training partner.
And they don't
so.
lose a training partner. So you're not hurting anybody else. If you're full up on training partners and you're like, oh, but I really want to add this person, you're not going to mess up anyone else's training partners by getting rid of them on your list. It'll stay the same on theirs.
So, all right. I think we've covered Unstoppable well enough, unless you had something else, Maeve.
Don't forget to look into the subscription packages as well,
Oh,
because those are well worth it.
oh, yes, they are. I totally agree.
You get plenty of wrestler bucks. You get an extra bag of tricks things. You can get a company slot. All sorts of good stuff.
Absolutely.
So definitely look into that. They have them starting, I think, as cheap as $5 a month, and then I think they go up to $100 is the highest. Don't quote
So
me on that, but something there. But there's a range of them, and you can do it once. You can do it every month. It's great. Thank you, Destroyer. I knew you'd have a link for it. So it's all laid out there. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Destroyer, myself, Will COO, and we'll be able to help you out with that.
it's amazing that she's putting in a lot of work tonight, isn't it? She last week.
I wanted to ask you about that, boss man.
What's that?
I heard a funny rumor that
Oh,
somebody in this chat might have gotten a new contract.
oh yeah. I had to negotiate Destroyer a new contract. Not
It
a
didn't
big
have
deal.
anything to do with that bullet with your name on it, did it?
Oh no, that had nothing to do with that.
No.
Or no. Why did anyone hear? Why was there something heard over?
I heard that there was a kerfuffle, as my man might say.
Like kerfuffle? Can you be more specific? Like what?
Like behind closed doors, lots of suspicious noises. Not like that.
Oh,
Don't be
no,
perverted.
no. Like what?
Are you just gonna play dumb with me, boss man?
Yeah.
I know you're blonde, but come on.
What'd you hear? Gunshots?
I didn't say I heard nothing.
I mean, if you heard gunshots, because we were playing Call of Duty while we negotiated.
I don't think I believe that.
Believe it or not, that's the truth, and that's what I'm sticking to. All right, let's move on and get some GM reports in, some very important GM reports. But we'll start with our RAWF Powerball GM. He is here for a visit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman of RAWF, the one and only.
Still on steel, that's his song. Every hit saying you were wrong. Crowd cries out, he don't blink. Just one more chair shot, then he'll think he's a chairman, baby. Sitting on steel when the lights go dark, you know the pain gets real. Don't need no crown, don't need no throne. He built his kingdom with broken bones. Yeah, he's the chairman, that's his name. Playing sweet soul music in a violent game.
Ladies and gentlemen, RAWF Hall of Famer, the Razor, joining us. Good evening, Razor.
Good evening, LLA.
Been a while. How you been?
I have been good.
Good. So, as I'm sure you already know, Teflon Sheik won the Powerball contendership tournament, the last Powerball contendership tournament, and will be challenging Sassy Applebee's as a part of his very busy night tomorrow night at Love Hurts. I know you and Sheik are definitely not best of friends, but what do you think about this matchup tomorrow?
To be honest, I think Sheik will put up quite a fight. He may even take that title from Sassy.
Whoa! Did you just say that?
You hush your mouth.
Yes, I did.
Wow. That's something. I did not expect you to expect that to come out of your mouth, Razor. Did not expect that at all.
Well, you would know that Sheik would like nothing more than to have that title and aggravate me to no end.
That's true. But something you may not realize. I don't know if you. That's only one of his 3 title matches tomorrow. He's actually in 3 different title matches. He's challenging Sassy with a Powerball championship. He's challenging Claymore for the men's title, and he's challenging the Paragon of Greatness for the World Heavyweight Championship. Which one of those do you think is most important to him?
Probably the world title.
You would think. I would think. So maybe that changes your prediction just a little bit, or do you still think he's going to be the next Powerball champion?
Well, Sassy always puts up one hell of a fight.
There's no doubt about that. She's been a hell of a Powerball champion. No doubt about it. Of course, they also a two-time winner of the Xanther Memorial Tournament. So there's no doubt about that in any way whatsoever. So, with that being said, when's the next Powerball event going to start?
I would be looking for signups and guessing your numbers sometime between now and the next show.
Now in the next show. Okay, so
The
sometime.
next radio show, you mean,
Right.
not the next pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah. Because technically we have a show tomorrow night, so I think he means the next after hours, next weekend. So sometime this week is what we're going to go with. All right. Well, Razor, good to hear from you, sir. Stick around. Haven't talked to you for a while. We want to talk a little bit with you later if you can stick around.
Sure thing.
All right. All right, all is well, ladies and gentlemen. The final tag rankings came out yesterday morning, and they are as follows from Unstoppabot, the office of Unstoppabot. The final top 10 for season 1 of 2026 is as followed. At number 10 was Elegantly Hated. I'm not sure who that was. I think Faith Dunkarino.
That sounds made up.
It's Elegantly Hated. I think it's Faith Dunkarino, and I'm not sure who her partner is. At number 9, Desaad and the Giant, the reigning tag team champions, came in at 9. Number 8 was Collision Course. At number 7, Two Miserable Fuckers. At number 6, Vegan Country. I don't know why that one just sits wrong with me. Vegan Country. Number 5.
It sounds like a strange restaurant name.
It does. You're absolutely right. At number 5, it was the Cage Shakers. 2 teams tied for third, Dorkmates for Life and Absolutely Fabulous. And from what I hear, this was down to the wire for the number 1 spot between 2 particular teams. At number 2, the former and Hall of Fame tag team, Swords and Scimitars, came up just a tad bit short to the new number 1 contenders, Spice and Flame, the team of Wildfire and Big Papa.
That's not something I would have predicted, but it's exciting to see a new team go after the belts.
That was definitely not on my bingo card. I didn't see that coming in any way, shape, or form. But they are the team that will challenge for the World Tag Team titles tomorrow night at Love Hurts. Congratulations to Spice and Flame.
Congratulations, Wildy. And I just looked it up. Faith Dunkarino's partner is Brewer.
Thank you. Faith Dunkarino and Brewer are Elegantly Hated. Now that makes sense.
Now that you think about it.
Now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. Tag team signups are still in process. They will close tomorrow night after the pay-per-view radio show. So if you haven't gotten in there to sign up or confirm with your tag team partners, you have another...
There's the scene, folks.
You have about another
22 hours?
Yeah, it's about another 22 hours to do so. And if next season is anything like this season was, it's going to be a doozy. We got some good teams in there now. This has been... The tag team division is on fire. Literally. People are talking about it just literally every day on the feed. So...
Wildfire, perhaps?
Yeah, I know Wildfire was very excited when she and Big Papa were announced as the number 1 contenders. So, congratulations to them once again. All right. I don't think we have anything else at the moment as far as GM reports. So, let's move on And Maeve, why don't you do El Vacant's job for him and let everybody know what the updated rankings are as
I
of.
reckon I can do that.
All right.
All right, folks. So these are the top 25 rankings as of today. This is 9 out of 12 matches. That's 75% for those of you who aren't good with maths. So that's 2 regular matches and then whatever your pay per view match tomorrow is. Have fun. So starting at number 25, we've got Uber Vegan, TPO, one half of Vegan Country, the Michelin star rated restaurant, I'm sure. Number 24, I saw him out in the crowd a little bit earlier. Papa Shaker, capitalize the K, is number 24. Number 23, my opponent for tomorrow, the Extreme Enigma. Number 22, someone I have still yet to hear say a single word, but he's somehow ranked 22, Sasulu. Number 21, Diesel Warrior. Number 20, Deez. Number 19, Rick Nelson. Number 18, I know he was here earlier, Hotshot Chaz. I can't say it with the same zhuzh that Vacant says it. Number 17, Badass Billy. Number 16, I know she's out there, Sibel. Number 15, Ken Costa. Number 14, Kenta. So we got our Kens stacked up nicely. Number 13, me bestie, Scythe. Number 12, Please Don't Holler, Denzel the Giant. Number 11, Simply the Best. It's the lowest I've seen him ranked in quite a while. Number 10, DVT. Number 9, my tag partner, English, the immortal Griffith Davian. Number 8, one half of Elegantly Hated, apparently, Michael Brewer. Number 7, Hobo Ezekiel. Number 6, my former tag partner, Luke Cage. Number 5, Teflon Sheik. Number 4, current world champion, Paragon of Greatness. Number 3, which is going to irk Big Purple immensely, Killer Neptune. Number 2, Chris Cage. And number 1, the winner of the extra points, Claymore.
All right. So here's how that stacks up 9 out of 12. Let's take a look here visually. And yes, some interesting things, as you said, very low for Simply the Best. You don't normally see him out of the top 10.
You usually see him out of the top 5.
Yeah, very unusual there. Surprise in your bestie Scythe has finally decided to rear his ugly head after a long period.
His head is lovely. Thank you kindly. That is a handsome man. I won't hear any slander on my bestie.
Oh, come on. I apologize.
I'm pleased to see him in the rankings, though, because he can talk a blue streak when he feels like it. So I'm proud of him.
And to be honest with you, he hasn't really done it by talking all that much.
Well, I will have to poke him and make sure that he talks more because he's got a lovely voice. It's that English silver tongue, you know.
Exactly, sure. But he is one of the 4 people left who started 9-0. 4 people.
Which are the other 3 that are still undefeated, out of curiosity? I think Chris Cage is one of them.
Chris Cage, who sits at number 2 currently and would be in first place if it wasn't for Claymore's extra points win. That's what boosted Claymore up into first at this point.
You got earplugs, boss man. The voice just cuts through my head like a knife.
Who's that, Denzel? Oh, Jesus. Yes, a huge jump for you, Denzel. You
don't need to jump. We don't need any holes in the floor.
Right.
Feck's sake.
But yes, Denzel did jump right up there. And then, let's see, Rick Nelson, another surprise. I don't know that we've ever seen him in the top 25 to finish. So this should be interesting to see if he can stick around there currently at number 20. Oh, you wanted to know the other undefeateds. Chris Cage, Michael Brewer, who's sitting at 8, right? Yes. Your friend Scythe, and then Sisulu, who is at 22.
And ain't said a single solitary word.
Not a damn thing. And which means 1 loss in those last 3 matches, and he's probably going to Drop like a stone, kind of like Black Lilith did. Just she's not the biggest talker herself at all in her matches. So yeah,
There's still time to get your 2 scenes in, folks.
that's true too. That's true too. Although most everybody, there's a couple people in the top 25 that haven't done their scenes, but not too many. That's the
I
thing.
know that Scythers ain't done any scenes, and I'm gonna prod him about it.
You should. You
I
should.
I will.
But
Take my
yeah.
job as his bestie seriously.
So
Well,
that
get your
is.
scene in then, Sibel. Goodness gracious, what are you waiting for?
Wait, are you sure about that, Sibel?
Let
I
me.
got you. I already have you down for max points, Sibel. You probably interacted in another scene, is what happened. You probably interacted to one of Sheik's scenes or something to where you had a huge part of it. Ah, that's right. You did one with Denzel.
Well, see,
Yeah.
there you go. Then you don't need to do another scene. What are you talking about?
Yep, you and Denzel had a scene, so you've gotten all your scene bonus. You don't have to do another scene.
I mean, you're welcome to. I always enjoy your scenes, but you don't have to. But yeah, just in the last 4 days, we've had like a dozen scenes.
We have. It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Chatty folks.
Yes, absolutely, and I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so that is our rankings report. It's now time to turn to tomorrow night's Love Hurts pay-per-view live from the Rogers Center here in Vancouver, British Columbia. And Love Hurts is been a staple of RAWF since almost the beginning of its inception. So let's take a look at what we've got. We'll have more on Love Hurts history tomorrow night when we do the Love Hurts pay-per-view show. But let's start out, see what we got here. So,
Saints preserve us.
no, I don't think they can at this point. Highlander rules match, and so it will be Soul Reaper versus Olivia McInnes. And Reaper, I know you're out there listening. What the hell are the rules? Because all you did you go to Chat GPT and put on all? I need stipulations. I like how to set the match. All this other stuff that was confusing. So
What we need to know is how much health do you start with? Can you get disqualified? Can you use bag of tricks? That's what we need.
Yes. Do you have to take the person down to 0 and 0? Do you have to, stuff like that? I didn't need all this other stuff that you mentioned last week. That was a book that none of us really needed to read. So appreciate
so
it.
he says no bag of tricks. You can get disqualified.
Okay. No bag of tricks, but DQ is on. Okay. All right. See, that's all I needed to know. All that other stuff you could have put in a scene, gotten some points for. But at any rate, so Soul Reaper and Olivia McInnes in a Highlanders rules match tomorrow.
You better
night.
make sure that he's not going to try to decapitate the lass.
Yeah, well, let's hope not. We have a Fubar
Reaper
City.
Don't decapitate nobody.
Fabulous Diana to take on Davila in a Fubar City street fight. I'm thinking I haven't seen a whole lot of Fabulous Diana, and what I have seen hasn't really impressed me that much, to be honest with you, Maeve.
I don't know what she was thinking, what adult thought got into her head that she decided that the final time when she was finally going to come out and say something in RAWF, it was going to be to challenge Dev, of all people, to a Fubar City street fight.
Right. Yeah, that's not something you do. That's just...
I don't know what feeble thought entered her head, but I don't recommend it.
No.
I have had great matches with Dev. She's a fantastic competitor, but she will kick your arse if you give her half a chance.
Well, she's going to get a full chance tomorrow night at Love Hurts in that Fubar City street fight. Next up, a 2 out of 3 falls match between Yio del Sigador and the power play of Luke Cage. This is another one I feel like uh, is a one-sided affair. Hio Hio can talk a good game, but he hasn't yet to really show me anything in his few months here in RAWF. And Luke Cage, since his return not too long ago, has been on fire. Your thoughts?
I've known Luke Laddie for quite a while. As I mentioned earlier, he used to be my tag partner. We used to be together in that faction that we're not going to talk about. And I were really disappointed when he had to take time away. I'm glad that he took the time away to heal up and focus on his health. I didn't think we'd ever see him back, so I was as surprised as anyone, and probably as happy as anyone when he did make his comeback. And he has been impressing me. This Luke Cage that we've got now is the best version of Luke Cage I've ever seen.
I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that in any way, shape, or form. Right now, Luke Cage is on the rise, and I fear for I feel bad for Hio.
I
Uh,
mean, I already felt bad for him, but that's not for the same reasons.
if
Uh,
Hio even wins a fall tomorrow, I'll be shocked.
I would not bet money on that.
No, absolutely.
Again, this is the best version of Luke we've ever seen. And when Luke is focused, he is a hard man to beat.
Another 2 out of 3 falls. It seems to be the trend here at Love Hurts tomorrow. Although there are additional stipulations, like you have to finish at 0-0 and be confirmed. But apparently these two are 1-1 in the season against each other. They wanted to get the rubber match out of the way at Love Hurts in a 2 out of 3 falls match. It is DVT taking on Hobo Ezekiel, and as you know from reading the rankings not too long ago, both of them pretty high up in the rankings. So this could be, and this will be their rankings match. So your thoughts?
I think that that's going to be an interesting match. I think it's either man's match to win or lose. All things being equal, I suspect DVT has the edge just because I have noticed a tendency for Hobo to get distracted and kind of fall apart at the end of the ranking season, even though he's been strong all season long. I don't know what that's about, but it's just a tendency that I've noticed. So I think if you're a betting man, the smart money's on DVT. And I
I
agree
see
with
this.
you, Destroyer. I think that room's cold. I mean, look at how it's frozen DVT's hair in that strange position.
All right.
I mean, Hobo's hard to kill. I mean, he was out there on the feed earlier shoving jalapenos up his nose. So I'm not sure you can kill Hobo. I think he's some
An-
sort of eldritch creature.
Another Fubar City street fight. This one between Ken Costa and Redneck Avenger. This should be a good one, to be honest with you. And
How did this match come about? Did I miss something?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it was on air or if it
I
was.
don't remember hearing nothing about this. I know I missed a show, but I also know that RA's out there, so I'm sure he can fill us all in when he comes on air.
He can enlighten us, if you will, later in the program. But yes, this should be a good one.
Okay, there were a scene and there was a challenge and an acceptance. All right.
Okay, that's right. Ken had an
I don't
open
think
challenge.
this is Ken Costa's smartest move. I'm not saying it's quite the same as Diana challenging Dev, but I don't think it's going to end much better for Ken than I do think it's going to end for Diana.
You know, I don't know. Ken has had his moments, and
Ken has had a lot of good moments. He's come a long way just in the time he's been in RAWF. And I don't want anyone to get it twisted and go running and telling Ken that I was talking off on him, because I'm not slagging off on the lad. I like Ken very much. I admire everything he's doing. I just, when I see Fubar City Street Fight and I see RA on one side, I don't like the chances of anybody who's on the other.
fair enough. We find out tomorrow night at Love Hurts, Ken Costa versus Redneck Avenger in a Fubar City street fight. Next up, Arcana Clash Championship. It will be Destroyer defending against Michael Brewer for the second consecutive pay-per-view. She held him off at Cataclysm What do you think about the rematch here, Maeve?
I mean, Brewer's been doing a lot. I mean, he was up in the tag rankings, he's up in the regular rankings. He's a hell of a fighter. I've had several good matches against him. But Destroyer has been on another level with these belts that she's been holding. I'm not saying that I think she needed to come and shoot you in the arse, but I do think that she is well worth every penny you pay her. So I would say I would not bet against her in a title match right now.
Well, I hope she's not worth pennies because they don't make them anymore.
Well, I stopped making them in Canada ages ago.
Fair point. All right, Hatfield and McCoy Championship. So I need to apologize to Miss B for last week being basically announcing that she did not win the match over Faith Duncarino for the Hatfield McCoy Championship. She did indeed. They look very much alike. Have you ever known this? Faith Duncarino.
There's folks like that. Like there's a I can never remember if it's Cage or Kage or what, but every time I see him I have to do a double take because I think it's Mank.
Right, and there's actually
there's certain folks that look alike if you're not paying attention. So I can understand how you made that mistake. But here she is, Miss B. I hope for her sake that Denzel eats before the match because she's much smaller than him. And I don't like her chances otherwise.
But give her credit, though. She's been very vocal lately.
And
very
she's tough. She's
very positive.
I've faced her and had some really close matches against her. So I think is the belt up for grabs? Like they're not neither of them's a defending champion, right?
No, Denzel is the reigning Hatfield and McCoy. This is for the Hatfield McCoy Championship.
For some reason, I thought that it was vacant and you were having them face off for that. All right, that does change my opinion slightly because I am a great believer in champ's advantage. But I think this match is going to be closer than folks give it credit for, and I think it's going to be a good one.
I agree. I think Miss B could surprise Denzel tomorrow.
We'll put it in a hot washing machine and it'll be fine, Destroyer.
Fair enough. All right. Next up, we have for the Iron Fist Championship the return of Blake Bradley. He returns to defend the Iron Fist Championship against the unsettled Chris Cage. Your thoughts, Maeve?
I don't want to pick against Blake just because he came back, but at the same time, I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I don't know if he's fully recovered from everything that he went through while he were off. But I do know what kind of shape Chris Cage has been in. I watched him all through the RFC season. And I know how much he wants to get that belt. So if I had to place a bet on it, which I wouldn't do, don't worry, ma'am, I'm not out here betting, I would probably pick Chris Cage, but I think this is going to be one of the closest matches on the card.
Why is everybody obsessed with nipples tonight?
I mean, do you have eyes, boss man? I just say maybe you ought to spring to have them turn on the heat when they're taking the photos.
or I need to Photoshop them smooth. No nipples on this one, as Aaron McFadden defends the championship.
That we can see.
That we can see. Championship.
I assume that both men have nipples. Chaz, do you have nipples, lad? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm sorry, boss man. The comments made by Maeve here belong to her and her alone.
Oh my word.
Anyway, what were the stipulations again? Can you remind us? Because I feel like they were fairly generous to Chaz.
They were, actually. That Chaz gets to choose any 5 moves, but it's the only 5 moves he can use the entire match. Can't use defense.
Did you get clarification from Aaron on if Chaz has to announce them in advance or if it's just the first 5 that he uses?
And as I said, unless he were to verify that to me personally, then I'm going to assume that Chaz can just pick whatever 5 matches he wants without telling Aaron ahead of time.
All right. Now that being
Now,
said, supposing Chaz accidentally uses a sixth move, does that disqualify him?
it does.
All right, so pick 5 good moves, Chaz.
It does. So
No,
yes,
he
that
don't
is.
have to do a song and dance. He don't have to spell
He-
things out.
No,
All he
he
has to do
doesn't
is
have.
pick 5 moves, and those are the only 5 he can use.
Yeah, doesn't have to do anything extra. He picks 5 moves. I mean, let me go to.
I mean,
He,
I'm just saying, you can be awful generous with this belt and still win, and that
yeah.
right, Enigma.
This was the quote from Aaron McFadden. He can use 5 moves of his choosing, only all match long, and no defense.
So no defense, but he can pick any 5 moves, and he just has to only use those 5.
Exactly. So yeah, that is very generous, and I mean,
That's one of the more generous stipulations I've seen on this belt. And I do consider myself a bit of an expert on this belt. I held it for quite a while myself.
interesting strategy could be used with that too.
I mean,
When you
there's
think about
definitely some interesting strategy of like, you know what's coming, and you just kind of have to use the old bean to figure out what order do you think it's coming in.
it. Mm-hmm.
But depending on what moves Chaz uses, he could do a lot of damage even if he only hits 1 or 2.
This is true. This is true. We shall see. We
So
shall
good
see.
luck to you, Chaz. I would be very interested to see what you would do with this belt. I always like seeing what folks do with this belt, and I will say, I were not particularly excited when Aaron McFadden won the belt. I didn't think it was going to be very interesting, and he's actually done a really good job defending it and doing some interesting new things with it. So I do
Yeah.
appreciate that about him, and
Give it.
I know that Chaz will do great things with it if he gets the chance.
He's actually been very very thought it out quite a bit. So every month I'm surprised. So we shall see. Should be an interesting match for the Champions Choice Championship tomorrow night. Next up, let's talk about the Powerball Championship that we just
Do we
talked.
have to?
I mean, we have kind of talked it to death because it's one of the first matches we knew about, and now we know that Sheik is going to be in only 3 title matches.
It's
But
true.
all that,
That's true.
but
Like
how much
we came this close to having him in 4, which would have been 5 too many.
we came just a couple points short of having him in 4 title matches tomorrow. So, your thoughts on this matchup? Do you agree with what Razor had to say earlier?
Hell no. If I were a betting woman, which I'm not, ma'am, I would put every penny I have on Sassy to retain. She has been an absolute phenom with this belt. She always shows up for pay-per-views, and also I would rather pull out me eye teeth than root for the Teflon Sheik.
All right.
Yeah, you
And
missed
then people want
you missed all the nipples, DW. There were lots of nipples earlier.
everyone's disappointed that we can't see Sassy's nipples. I'm sorry.
I mean, she's a very pretty woman. I can't say I blame them.
And let's not even go.
Speaking of pretty women, there's no
Speaking
symbols
of
in this
pretty
one
women
either,
with nipples,
unless Destroyer or Sibel wants to help us out with that with a live demonstration.
Destroyer to defend the Estrogen Championship against Sai. Both ladies are out in the chat. This one's going to be an interesting one. Sai, a former Estrogen champion. Destroyer, as a matter of fact, the person that Destroyer took the title from was Sai. So
This is the match I might be looking forward to most. This is going to be a fantastic match. I have great matches with both these women. I think highly of them both. And I can't wait to watch them beat holy hell out of each other while I get to sit and sip my tea.
And Destroyer, let's see, you defended it at Cataclysm. And you won it. You won it at Tropical
You
Aggression.
look with your eyes and not with your hands. Destroyer's taken and Sibel ain't interested.
At any rate, so Destroyer, you've only defended the title once. Unless you did it on a Superstars that I don't remember. But I don't think that's the case. So, yeah, this is a rematch. Sai coming back for the belt that Destroyer took from her back in August of last year. Should be a good one for the Estrogen Championship. Next up, a not so good one for the Men's Championship, at least
Can they
some
both
people.
lose? What's
Unfortunate.
what's it that Vacant says? Lighting rig for the win?
Yeah, something to that effect. But Claymore and Teflon Sheik go at it for the Men's Championship.
I don't ever need to hear the phrase Claymore and Teflon Sheik go at it again. I'm so glad that I've already eaten for the day, because that just killed me appetite. Thank you, boss man. I'm not going to be thinking about food for the rest of the night. I appreciate you.
Well, you're welcome. I'm here to help. But at any rate, who do you think will walk away the men's champion if you were to hazard a guess?
If I were to hazard a guess, I say that that's going to depend on a lot of circumstances, including what happens in other matches that both men have. But I think that Claymore is going to retain. I don't have to be happy about it, but
I mean, you're not going to be happy no matter who wins, right?
I'll be happy
So,
if the Lighten Rig wins.
is there a lesser evil here? No.
No comment.
All right. So yeah, it will be a good match, hopefully, for the men's championship. Multimedia championship.
Now, this is going to be a good match.
You think so? Do you think the immortal Griffith has forgiven Kenta for his comments a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, not at all.
Well, then I don't agree with you.
I think it's going to be a good match. I purely love it when English gets mad.
Oh, is that what it is? It isn't going to be a good match because it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a good match because you get to see English beat somebody up.
I mean, I'm a simple woman. I have my pleasures, and one of them is watching English get mad at other folks.
Oh,
as long as he
okay.
ain't mad at me.
So I'm assuming that you're predicting, as you predict, Griffith will retain the multimedia championship tomorrow.
I do. The big question is going to be whether we're going to get normal, happy-go-lucky Golden Dragon Kenta, or if we're going to get that weird version of him that we had a couple weeks ago with the hat and the fur coat and all that.
The champion named Kenta, I believe
Is that what he were calling himself? It were strange.
It was. I believe he's actually been seeing.
Willy Wonka. Yeah, no, that's not incorrect, Sibel. I don't disagree with that assessment.
Willy Wonka on crack. All right, so that's your multimedia title match tomorrow night. And then a Triple Crown championship match. It'll be Chris Cage defending against Michael Brewer and Davila. What?
I have a little bit of sour grapes about this because that really should be me in that match. And I had the worst luck ever against Brewer. Not to slag off or say he don't deserve to be there, because he does. But I'm still a little angry about it. But I think this is the match of all matches where champion's advantage matters the most, and I think it's Chris Cage's match.
I don't disagree. Because every time I pick against him to possibly lose that Triple Crown championship, so maybe hopefully I don't put the Amadeus jinx on him, but I do lean towards Chris on this one, possibly Davila.
Yeah, I think the order of operations is Chris Cage, Davila, Brewer, and again, that's not slagging off on anyone in this match because they're all good competitors. But this is a very easy match to defend in and a very hard match to win outright.
All right. That should be a hell of a Triple Crown championship match either way. Tag team titles will be on the line.
I was so confused. I thought that were myself on the graphic for a second.
No.
I was like, wait a second. That's not my tag partner.
No. That is not you. That is Wildfire. Wildfire and Big Papa challenging Denzel and Marquis de Sade for the tag team championships. What are your thoughts here?
I think that Denzel trimmed his hair between his photo ops. No, I think this is going to be a good match. I'm very excited to see the team. Like Enigma said, it's great to see another group go after those belts. one of the problems with having such a strong tag division is that it does kind of get a little samey sometimes. So anytime someone can go through the absolute gauntlet that is this tag division and get to the top and go after those belts for the first time, I think is exciting. And I think just the fact that you were able to win out in that division and place so far above the current champions, I'm going to give it to Spice and Flame. I think we're going to hear and new.
I don't disagree with that because they were extremely determined. I've never seen Big Papa talk so much as he did in this season of tags.
Do you want to make Wildy mad? Have you seen what happens when she gets mad?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to piss her off if she were my partner.
I mean, I didn't know Big Papa talks so eloquently because I'd never heard him say other than maybe good luck.
I've never had him chat at me in a match, so I were impressed as well. And I'd love to see him do that in his singles matches as well and get up in the rankings now that we know he's fully capable of doing it. Because his fighting's never the problem. He's always a good fight.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wildy, go and prod your partner.
But this would be Big Papa's first ever RAWF title if he and Wildfire were to win the tag team championship tomorrow.
And I'm glad to hear from Wildy that not only is Big Papa doing great, but he's enjoying it. That's the important part. Because when it doesn't feel like work, it's so much more fun.
And yes, Kento, you're right. Yeah, just like I said, it will be his first RAWF championship.
That's exciting too. Like just not
is.
only new tag champs, but a first time ever getting a belt.
Yep. Fubar City Championship. Sai will defend against Papa Shaker. What's your thoughts on this one?
This match is going to be entertaining as all get out. Because not only are they both good fighters, they are both incredibly entertaining when they want to be.
Yeah,
don't make me a liar, Sibel.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I can see it going either way. Sai, she's also in the estrogen title match, so maybe a bit of a distraction. But then again, she's used to being in more than one title match in a pay-per-view. So.
Yeah, I would say, much like I said about this version of Luke Cage being the best Luke Cage I've ever seen, the version of Sibel that we've had over the last year is the best version of Sibel I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's no question. No question in any way whatsoever. Held several titles. Midnight Hobo Championship, it'll be Iceman Jer defending against Hot Shot Chaz. Jer started the rankings period out pretty strongly, but went on a little bit of a tailspin. Chaz is not having his best rankings period, but at the same time, I know he's motivated. The match that matters
the most is the last one, because if he wins that belt, then he don't need to be in the rankings next month.
That's true, and he goes to Immortal as a champion.
Yeah, I think that's something that we need to re-emphasize, is that all of these matches are, barring someone accepting a title defense, which I don't know why you would in Immortal season. That seems foolish. These are the folks who are going to go into Immortal as champions, and I think that always adds a little extra something to the matches, knowing this is going to make you a headliner at the biggest show of the year.
Yeah, and so we will see.
I'm sure you're going to try and find out someone, Enigma. You always do.
Yeah, right? But at any rate, that should be a hell of a match for the Midnight Hobo Championship tomorrow.
It's going to be a good one. And I think if the Chaz who was in that contendership match shows up for this, we're going to hear and new.
That's true, because it could have been you in Chaz's spot.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I'm sorry. Next up, National Championship match, a rematch from Cataclysm STB, the longest reigning national champion in RAWF history, against a man who's capable of taking that title from him. Was unable to do it at Cataclysm, gets a second chance here. What are your thoughts?
We're having several rematches, I've noticed.
Yes.
So, if you'd asked me this last week, I would have told you hands down and still, Simply the Best is going to continue his streak. And then I read the rankings this week. And I don't know what happened. I don't know whether Killa is just out there trying to make more Corker look bad. If STB had a cold. I don't know what happened. But seeing STB fall that far in the rankings, I think it's going to be new.
Ooh, hot take. We'll see.
Hot takes with Maeve O'Hare.
We shall see. This one's going to be a good one, I think. Killa may make it. Two may be the
Now,
charm.
that being said, Killa loves nothing better than trolling folks, so watch him go out there and lose it just to make me look silly.
This is true. And yeah, you have a good point about STB, though. You haven't seen him in the first 9 matches, a 5-4 record.
I can't remember the last time I saw him out of the top 10.
A 5-4 record for STB, so 4 losses in a season, not the usual for him. And who knows? There's still 3 more to go that haven't been ranked. We shall see what happens. But yes, STB, though, that national championship, and hey, just go together these days. You can't get it away from him. We'll see if Killa can do it.
How long has he held it at this point? It seems like forever.
Since what? I want to say August of 2024.
Good Lord.
Yep. So he's
from your lips to God's ears, Enigma.
All right, Platinum Dragon Championship. Kenta to defend against DW, Diesel Warrior. DW looking to become the heart and soul of RAWF once again. This would be her second Platinum Dragon reign were she to beat Kenta. What are your thoughts?
I think a lot of this is going to depend on what kind of shape Kenta's in after his multimedia title match. Because English could do DW a huge feckin' favor. I think it's going to be close if Kenta is at his best, but I don't know about you, but I'm never at my best after I've had a match against English for a belt.
No, agreed. I agree.
So I think DW is going to be at an advantage just because Kenta's already going to have gone through a grueling match against somebody who is not best pleased with him. And there's nothing that DW loves better than proving folks wrong, and I think she's going to take it personal that so many people have said they think Kenta's going to retain.
That's true. DW does use other people's use haters as motivation. That is one of her strengths. I have to give her that much. And then finally, in the main event. On one side, you have the world heavyweight champion, the paragon of greatness, More Corkra, as you so eloquently refer to him, taking on the Teflon Sheik for the world heavyweight championship. I'm hoping Paragon wins.
If this were this time last year, I would say absolutely no questions asked. More Corkwood wins. He could have both hands tied behind his back and little pieces of duct tape over his mask, and Sheik could have a spear even. And I would still pick More Corkra all day. But More Corkra has been dealing with a lot of completely unrelated to the sport things right now. And I know that he is not at 100%. I know that he is not the best version of himself right now. And I am very worried for this belt because the Teflon Sheik is absolutely someone who will take advantage of any weakness that he sees. Any blood in the water, he's going to smell it. He's going to go for it. And I just hope that More Corkra does what More Corkra does best and pulls out a great match for the fans.
Well, I agree with you. This time last year, there's no doubt in my mind Paragon walks out with that title tomorrow. and retains and goes on to immortal to main event yet another immortal, and it would be a record-setting amount of times he would main event
I was
immortal.
going to say I don't even think English has main evented Immortal that
No,
many times.
no, he hasn't. I mean, not compared to Paragon. That is one thing. That is one of Paragon.
Insert joke about him headlining it every year because it's named after him. He's not here, so I have to make the joke for him.
Yeah, but yeah. Uh, this one concerns me just the slightest bit, but at the same time, if anybody can pick up the pieces, and
if anyone can make the comeback of all time, it's more Corkra. And I will say that despite knowing that he's not at 100%, more Corkra at 50% is still a lot better than a lot of folks in this sport. So I'm not counting him out. I've got my fingers crossed, but I do worry.
All right. So that is your rundown of Love Hurts, except for, of course, the undercard. And Maeve, who do we turn to when we want to know the undercard of a Superstars or a pay-per-view?
I believe that we turn to Randolph Mortimer Draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, Randolph Mortimer Draw is here. Hello, Randy. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, boss man? Maeve, how you doing?
I'm keeping well, Randy. How's yourself?
I'm good. I'm glad you already got your match made for me, and I didn't have to pick someone else have someone else.
What? Were you going to pick someone I was going to hate?
I'd never do that. I would never do that to you on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is all Randy random draw, as you know.
So you say.
But anyways, let's go over this undercard real quick here so we can move. Extreme Enigma to take on Maeve O'Hare, as you already know. You got Hot Cheese taking on Cyanide Harvey. You got Joe Boo versus Big Papa. Draven Blackbird to take on Tigress. Is RA waiting in the wings? Yeah, he's actually waiting.
He's right there. What have you done?
He may or may not like this one because it could get a little. He's got to take on his old buddy Money Sue.
Oh, that's going to be hilarious.
At any rate, you got Black Lilith taking on Fake Dunkerino, Fusion Skull taking on Evan Deadly, Jigs taking on Dark Warrior. Let's see. Mystic Maniac taking on Knox Boogie, Sophia McFadden versus The Razor, Kicker versus Chev. Who is Chev? Is that like short for Chevrolet? What is it? Who is Chev?
I mean, short's the right word.
Chev, something. Okay.
I think it's pronounced Chev.
I'm not sure if I remember my history correctly, but I believe these next two ladies are sisters. Isn't it Bubs and taking on Minifee? Aren't they sisters or something to that effect? With Cougs?
Lord knows that Rebel's got about 817 kids.
So I'm thinking that these two are sisters, but they go at it tomorrow at Love Hurts, which is kind of appropriate when you think about it. Honey Apples to take on Rick Nelson. Actually, I heard a rumor she's no longer Honey Apples. She's Honey Thunder Nipples? Is that what I saw?
Randy, this is a family show.
Oh, come on. I'm not the first one to say nipples on this program.
Yeah, but you're talking about a married woman's nipples. That's inappropriate.
I'm talking about her name, not her nipple. Anyways, Honey Apples, Thunder Nipple, Whipple, Apple, whatever the hell she is, it takes on Rick Nelson. Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon takes on Starlight. Roger the Pirate to take on Magnificent Michael. Marquis de Sade takes on Killin' El Lobo. Leo takes on Dr. Kent. The Minion to take on Uber Vegan TPO. Cougar Knight takes on Toxic Megatron Avenger. Mancunian Maniac takes on Natalia Nitro. Aaron McFadden takes on Anthony Patrick. Scythe to take on Sisulu. Battle of the undefeateds possibly if they can win their. So that could be a good one. You got the Cripplet to take on Ted Beaglewolf Dennis. Andy Price takes on Joey A. Strangleheart takes on Sean Hitman Hurd. Crazy Serb to take on Stormtrooper of Death. Kitty Kabam to take on Churro El Napolitano. Badass Billy to take on Deez, and that one could affect the rankings right there. Mark Caliber takes on Psycho Girl. Undertaker to take on Agent of Hate. And Mick Devilson to take on Wildfire. So that's what I got for the undercard there. And, oh my goodness. It's wet here in Vancouver. You know that? Hello?
What's the thing to say, Randy?
I'm just saying, it's always wet here in Vancouver. It's what they say.
Is that what they say?
That's what I heard. Anyways, I'll see you all tomorrow for Love Hurts. Let's have a good one, folks. All right, thank you, Randy. That was Randy Elfman and Mortimer Draw. Anyways, tomorrow at Love Hurts, that's your undercard, ladies and gentlemen. Should be a good night. We had some really great matchups, not just in the ones we talked about, but Randy named off a couple good ones as well. So, give you your opportunity here, Maeve. We know Enigma is out there. Any parting shots you'd like to take at the Extreme one?
I mean, there's lots of things I could say about them, but sometimes I suspect that they're into that, so I don't want to give them too much encouragement. But no, I'm looking forward to our match. Lucky for me, although it would have been better if the match had been last week before Lent started. We're not far enough into Lent from my diet to be affecting me too much, so I'll just be cranky because I hadn't had supper yet. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I always have a good match against Enigma, and I were joking with Bossman earlier that how we're gonna make it a Saints Preserve Us match and not tell Enigma what the stipulations are for that. But I'm not gonna do that to Bossman because he's already got enough to worry about, and I don't need him pulling out his pretty blonde hair. So I'll just say good luck to you, Enigma, and I will try not to mark. I was gonna say I'll try not to mark them up too bad in case they have a date after, but let's be honest, they don't.
Fair enough. And Maeve O'Hare to take on Extreme Enigma tomorrow at Love Hurts. Should be a good one of the better undercard matches of the night. Looking forward to that and all the other matches we've got going on. So let's see here. Well, we're going to take a quick song break. We'll listen to the Love Hurts theme song, and when we return, we'll talk to the likes. We'll bring back the Razor for a conversation. We'll talk to the reigning Platinum Dragon champion. We'll talk to Redneck Avenger and anybody else who would like to call in. The instructions on how to call in, if you've never done it before, can be found in the After Hours scene, courtesy of Maeve O'Hare. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
I've got scars where your words landed, tattooed troops on my ribs and my hands. Yeah, I bet it all like a sure thing in Vegas. Lost it all just to learn who I am. Every match was a beautiful riot. Every loss was a punch to the chest. I was bleeding in silence, denying that the pain was a part of the test. They say lay down, you've taken enough, but I don't.
Comes to you live from the Voucher Center tomorrow night in Vancouver, British Columbia, ladies and gentlemen. It's Love Hurts. On a quick note, folks, the Arcana Clash sign-up started just a little while ago, and it is already almost filled up. 15 of the 20 spots in Arcana Clash are already filled up. If you haven't signed up for Arcana Clash, there's only 5 spots left. And he opened the sign-ups 33 minutes ago. That's a quick fill up there, Maeve.
I mean, it helps when the slots are so limited. But yeah, I think a lot of people are interested in that division, and especially with the kind of title matches that we've been getting with it. So I'm not surprised that it's already filled up. And as a quick housekeeping note for our native Kiwi, that's 2 p.m. your time, Wildy.
I'm glad you knew the time conversion. I can never keep up with that. So, but yes, Arcana Clash Season 10 sign-ups almost already filled up. Only 5 spots remain. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to. Let's bring back the chairman real quick. Razor, you there? You still with us? Razor?
Razor.
Razor. All right, we'll
I'm
come.
here.
Oh,
There he is.
I'm not gonna say it. How you? Say, wake up, Razor. Wake up. So how you feel? How you feeling now that we're on the journey to Immortal? Immortal's coming up pretty quickly, as well as the Xanther tournament. I'm sure you'll be want to be a huge part of that. Talk to me about Immortal season, what it means to you.
Well, everybody wants to be a big part of that, and I will have to work my way into a headline match.
Okay, well, let's hope you can. There's several ways you can do it, not just the rankings, but maybe win the arsehole of the month, get yourself a men's title shot. Something to that effect, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's hope so. I'd love to see you in a title match at Immortal. Been quite a while since we've seen the Razor in a title match. But Xanther's coming up. Oh my goodness, Xanther's coming up.
I was going to say, you're going to have to start fundraising soon, boss man.
Fundraising for Xanther will be starting within the next, I would have to say, probably in about a week after tomorrow night. I want to say probably next weekend. Don't quote me on it because
I'm here to help if you need it, boss man.
I know that. As a matter of fact, I know all my GMs will be willing to help on that. So
yeah, that's once it's up, and Bossman will have all the details in the scene. But remember that if anyone needs an invite to RAWF, this is the one time a year that everyone gets to come play, and you can reach out to any RAWF GM to get that invite.
Yep.
Most of them will probably go to more corporate because he's apparently the least scary of us.
Well, at least it's wait.
But a giant purple man in a mask is the least scary GM. That says something.
Well, I mean, Razor's always got that chair ready. People do get, anyways. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Razor, I mean, talk to me about what you're looking to do in 2026. I haven't really talked to you so much this year.
Well, as always, the world title is at the top of the list. But getting there is quite another story.
I mean, you're not the most talk. You are. They called you the quiet one for quite a while. Maybe it's time that you tried to speak up a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
That's the only advice I can give you at this point, because there are times when you are pretty dominant as far as winning matches. Just you're so quiet when you do it. So, all right, sounds good. Anything you'd like to talk about real quick before we have you on here, since we don't get to see you very often?
No, not really. I've been behind the scenes lately, and that's why you haven't seen me, but hoping to get back more in the limelight.
I hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing that. What about you, Maeve? You think Razor can make his way up there?
I mean, he's going to have to do an awful lot of talking, and you're going to. The big problem is this is the time of year where everyone starts trying really hard, and so even though it's never easy to get ranked in RAWF, it suddenly becomes 10 times harder. Um, so I don't think that Razor is incapable of it, but I think that he's going to have some awful stiff competition with everybody else wanting to be in a title match for Immortal.
All right. Well, we will find out. Razor, good luck to you, sir, and everybody. Tell everybody once again when you think Powerball will be out.
Powerball signups will be out between now and the next RAWF after hours.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Razor. Appreciate you. And we'll talk to you again very soon. All right. Hopefully.
All right.
All right. Next up, let's talk to a man who takes on Ken Costa in a Fubar City street fight tomorrow night at Love Hurts, as well as taking on one of his best friends in all the entire world in Money Sue. Let's talk to the one and only.
Boots hit the dirt, stealing my stare. Six pack of visions, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born a brawl, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. Redneck Avenger, don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. From back road bars to the square circle, ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, RA is here. Good evening, RA.
Good evening, LA. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You got double duty tomorrow night at Love Her. It's a rarity for you.
Yes, sir, I do, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, hell, I'm a lot happier than Prince Andrew Mountbatten, whatever Mountbatten Windsor. So I'm doing pretty well, and I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm looking forward to Love Squirts, and I'm ready for that to get on. Kent, I don't Ken. I don't think he made his best life choice, but that's okay. I'm a teacher. When it comes down to it, and he's going. I think he's going to get to learn a lesson. Now, I must say, that made me just happier than Don Lemon in a full body cavity search. Whenever you pull up a friend, one of my favorite people. I mean, he. My plan and the intent of this thing is I'm going to kick the shit out of him and then kick him for shitting. That's kind of normally how it goes, and I'm down with that, and I'm looking really forward to it.
Yep. We all if people don't understand the history between not just you and Money Sue, the entire Renegade faction in Money Sue. Anytime one of you gets a chance to get a hold of him, you're always very happy to do so. And when I mean that in the ring, I don't mean that in any other way. So tomorrow, a double blessing for you: Fubar City street fight against Ken Costa, and then you get.
Hallelujah.
And then you get to whip up on Money Sue, which I'm sure all the other renegades are very jealous of you at this point.
Yes, I think they are, and they should be. But there's going to be enough beer for everybody, and that's going to be all right. But I I hadn't put a knot on his forehead in a while, so I'm looking forward to it. It needs to happen. He's not been as vocal as he normally has. I mean, I guess maybe he's too busy. I don't know, but
Yeah, that's the thing. I always hear people talk about how Money Sue never shuts up, and I can't get him to string two words together.
oh hell, you know what? Count yourself lucky.
I'm not missing much on the conversation there.
No, he's about as dull as donkey basketball, and about as smart too. So it just the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
What's a thing to say?
It's true.
The history between Renegades and Money Sue goes way back, 15, 16 years at this point, I think.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the young man is a hemorrhoid, and just that's just the best way to describe it. Bless his little heart, the most southern way possible.
Ah, yeah. That it goes back quite a long ways. So far back, I actually had issues with him back in the day. That's how.
Mm-hmm.
If you manage to have beef with Boss Man, like, what are you doing with your life?
He's ruining it. I mean, did a pretty good job of it. Bless his little heart.
But then in the Fubar City street fight against Ken Costa, that also sounds like a lot of fun to you. So I expect you're looking forward to Vancouver tomorrow night. Two great matchups for you.
Oh, yeah.
Very rare that we see you do double duty on a pay-per-view, but apparently the stars aligned just right.
Yes, sir, they did. And it's just time. Bless his little heart. I like Ken. He's a good guy, but he's due for a crap slapping, and I think that's going to
Hmm.
happen.
So we're getting as I mentioned to Razor here a while ago. We're crawling up on Immortal season and crawling up on Xanther season. It's that time of year. RA, talk to me not just about how you feel about it, but the Renegades as a whole. Since you guys have been with the company since day one,
Yes.
talk to me about what the Renegades as a group feel about Immortal and the Xanther tournament.
Immortal and the Xantha tournament are both very special to all of us. I mean, we have been there, done that, got the T-shirt, keychain, emotional scars, and the little dangly things for your rearview mirror. We look forward to that every year. A lot of us were privileged to know Xanther for briefly before that, and it's good to be able to honor a good friend, and it's a good time of year. Love Squirts is the great lead up to it, and get the Immortal, and that's the show. But I don't think we've had a Renegade win the Xanther yet. And I think it's about.
No, I don't know that a Renegade ever has or won the Xanther.
I don't think so.
Let's see.
But you know what? That's all right. It's great to have goals, and I'm thinking that we need to put one in the championship ring. So it's about time.
I agree. I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see it. Let's see. I have it written down somewhere. Who the Xanther? We should probably talk about that. Did you just open a beer? I just heard that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's me.
Have you met him?
I'll open you one so you can take your etc. I think about them contract negotiations just talking about earlier in the show. And I feel for you because I know those contract negotiations can get strained. Because there are two.
Here you go, boss man.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there you go. There's two sounds that a man will never forget once he's been on the business end. You know what them sounds are?
What's
It's the
that?
rack of a shotgun and the snap of a rubber glove. So pray for the shotgun.
Uh,
That reminds me, Bossman.
The rubber
You were
glove?
out there earlier saying something about waxing.
I'm sorry, I say the rubber glove snap, and then you say that reminds me of something. I am intrigued.
Dee were talking about Bossman waxing things earlier, and I was wondering how she knew that.
Don't know, don't want to know. I know nothing, don't want to know nothing. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to share, Bossman?
Nope. Oh, wait, I got the list right here. Thank God. So no renegade has ever won the Xanther tournament.
Well, I think it's time for that to change.
Is Sassy still the only person to win it twice?
Sassy is still the only person to win it twice. Last year, of course, it was won by Joe Boo, then Sassy the two previous years. Yeah, Denzel the Giant in 2022, Lightning Leanne in 2021, Dawn Shadow in 2020, Simply the Best in 2019, Flawless Maria in 2018, HC13 in 2017, The Mass Turnup in 2016, Rattlesnake Ron in 2015, and then the inaugural Xanther tournament in 2013 was won by someone named Yen Lo Wang.
Hung low?
And now you're just making things up.
No, I'm not. I wish I was, but it is the truth. The very first Xanther tournament was won by somebody named Yen Lo Wang.
Okay. I ain't seen him since then.
Who the heck is Tessie? What are you talking about, Sibel?
I have no idea who Tessie is.
Yeah, I mean is that Jesse's girl?
Well, Sibel's making things. Someone take Sibel's teacup and sniff it.
Don't sniff it. You might. Well, okay. Be careful what you sniff.
Words to live by.
Absolutely. Oh my.
Well, Davila obviously not around, but Davila's got two big matches tomorrow night as well. Talk to me. First of all, she can't be sweating this fabulous Diana too much tomorrow night, is she?
I don't think so. I don't think she's lost any sleep. The only thing I'd be worried about is if she shows up drunk. I think that's going to be just a good classic country ass whooping, just like you'd expect. I mean, I do not think there are going to be any surprises there.
All right. What do you think of Dev's chances in the Triple Crown Championship with Chris Cage and Michael Brewer?
I think that's going to be some good fights, but that's of course I think Dev's going to walk out with that championship. I mean, how could she not? They're tough guys.
I mean,
talk shit at it and about them because they're good. They're good, solid opponents. But guess what's going to happen? I think my tag team partner is going to need a wagon to drag around that goal.
And Davila's never held the Triple Crown Championship. Something we talked about the other night. That's one of the few. Yeah, very much so. So yeah, that should be really interesting tomorrow night. I was going to ask something else, and I totally skipped my blonde head. So I don't know. Maeve, anything you'd like to ask RA?
Let's see. So we've talked about both matches. We talked about Dev. Which of your matches are you looking more forward to tomorrow?
Oh, damn! That is a good question because I'm looking forward to both of them. I like having a good challenge on my hands, and that's Ken popped that out there. Didn't make his best life choice, I don't think, but I'm also looking forward to just kicking the shit out of Money Sue and then kicking him for shitting. It needs to happen, and it has to happen at least every couple of years just to get right. But Les is a little hard. because that's probably gonna be the only thing left.
All right. Should be a hell of a night. Love Hurts comes to us tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Rogers Center in Vancouver. RA in a Fubar City street fight against Ken Costa. That's gonna, and if that isn't enough, you get to see him whip up on an old time rival in Money Sue.
Love
So
squirt is
they're gonna
money.
get.
All right.
All right, all right. Appreciate your time tonight, and we'll let you go. You drink one for me, since I can't really drink one with
Just
the
one.
Excedrin. Well, just
You can
one
drink
for
one
me.
for me too.
Okay. All right. We can do that. I'll drink both of you.
There you go. That is Redneck Avenger, ladies and gentlemen. Two big matchups for him tomorrow night at Love Hurts. But this our next guest also has two big matches. They both involve titles. Let's talk to the reigning Platinum Dragon champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
A legend rises from the stormy seas, breathing fire with a warrior's decree. Scales of gold shine brighter than the sun. The golden dragon's fight has just begun. Golden dragon, hear the crowds roar. Unleash your power, lead them on the floor. From the ashes, you ignite the flame. The ring is yours, they'll remember your name. His eyes are blazing, cutting through the night. Every step he takes is a battle's fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Kenta, the Golden Dragon, the reigning Platinum Dragon champion. Good evening, Kenta.
Good evening, Lord Amadeus, Miss Maeve. Lovely
Good
to see
evening,
you.
Kenta.
How is everybody doing tonight?
We're doing great. We're doing great. One night away from Love Hurts. Two big title matches for you, Kenta. First time in your career that you've been in multi title matches in an RAWF pay per view. Which one would you like to discuss first?
Both of them. And I might add that I want to add before anything else, this is my 10th anniversary in RAWF. So your Golden Dragon has come a long way in the last 10 years.
Indeed,
RAWF.
indeed, you have. There's no doubt about it. There right now, Platinum Dragon Championship. I mean, that's almost, if not, it's almost as good as the World Championship because it is the quote unquote heart and soul of RAWF. So to get that title means you are one of the top wrestlers in RAWF. That is what you are right now. But tomorrow night, two huge challenges for you. One in defending that Platinum Dragon Championship against Diesel Warrior DW, a former Platinum Dragon champion. Talk to me about her.
Oh, as you know, many months ago I called her out and she declined. Of course, she has the right to decline. But what she didn't need to do was cut a 20-minute promo about how great she is and how insignificant I was. And I took that personally. And this is gonna be a bit personal for me because I wanna beat her. I wanna beat her because she disrespected me when she didn't need to disrespect me. And I want to show to everybody that I I am not the guy that you I'm not the kind of guy that you can disrespect around. I'm the kind of guy that you take a listen to and consider because I can bring it. Even in my insane mental head, I, the Golden Dragon, can bring it. So I intend to beat DW tomorrow at Love Hurts and go on to Immortal as champion, hopefully. Because if I do win, I did say that I'm gonna put up my title up for grabs next month.
You did. You
Yes.
even named a date.
Yes.
So
Well,
this
well,
is
if we can finish it, depends if when we can finish this title match. Because the last time I defended this title against Hot Cha Chaz, it took almost 2 weeks to finish.
I'm well aware of that fact.
That's a good thing that you picked a date that's 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, but yeah, if I can, but hopefully I can beat DW. And also another personal thing for me is that I am, if I do beat her, it will be 2 defenses over her 1 defense in her Platinum Dragon title reign. And I already made a significant reign, or I already have a better reign than her because I beat Hacha Chaz and she couldn't.
Oh wow, wow. That's the that. But speaking of motivation, speaking of motivation, and I don't know how much do you remember about 2 weeks ago when you were on this program. The things you said to the immortal Griffith. Do you remember? Did you have you gone back and listened to what you had to say to him that night 2 weeks ago?
I did gone. I researched what happened to me. I looked up what happened to me in the last few weeks, and boy, it did not. Whew, I do not remember that, but heard what I said, and I saw what I did to the feed and what I did to Chaz. Oh boy, um, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Am I?
Wow. Let's just say a motivated Griffith, and as Maeve can attest to, she loves watching a motivated Griffith wrestle. She just said it,
It's true. I do purely love it.
and she's. I mean, you tell him, Maeve. You tell him what he's in for tomorrow.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being happy-go-lucky English out here doing cameos for folk, and 10 being, a couple of years ago when someone was actively murdering him in the ring, I'd say you're going to get him at a good 7.5.
Rightfully deserved.
You
God.
you were a little mouthy. It were not a good scene.
It was not. I
But
I usually
I,
listen to the show like more times, like Mr. Griffith does. I just listened to that particular show one time, and no, that was not me. I did not like.
it didn't even really sound like it. Like, it were you. I saw you, but it didn't sound like you. But I did want to say that it seems like you've kind of recentered yourself and gotten back to the Kenta that got you to this title to begin with. Do you want to say more about like how you managed to overcome whatever it were you were dealing with?
Oh, Chaz hit me in the head with a lead pipe, reset me, default setting. Yeah,
Default setting.
like how a lot of
So
Asian
it's like
married men.
turning it off and turning it back on again.
No, it's more like when you can't get a remote to work and you smack it. That's basically it.
Well, now I'm just picturing Chaz doing the thing when the batteries are low and you're like standing up and like holding it at weird angles, except he's holding up Kenta in different positions, trying to get him to go back to normal.
Damn golden dragon work. Damn it. It was.
Although I did deserve that beating to the head because I did give Chaz a pimp slap, or the champion named Kenta gave him a pimp slap. Now, me, I would never give anyone a pimp slap, especially Chaz. He gave me a title shot even when no one wanted to, and I owe him for this basically title reign right now. So yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to disrespect anyone who doesn't need to be disrespected.
What
And
happened to the
So,
ladies?
I mean, I don't know that it will help or that he'll actually hear it in time before tomorrow night's match, but did you want to apologize to the Immortal One?
I don't think an apology would work at this point because he's already set his sights on kicking my ass. But the thing is, the only thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna fight, win or lose. I'm not gonna cower down. I'm not gonna beg for mercy. That's not me. As Senior Vacant said weeks ago, I have made my bed and I'm gonna lay in it. Well, I'm gonna lay in it slowly, or maybe just take the consequences. Even if it was not me, I'm gonna take responsibility for it, and the beating is gonna be one of them. But hopefully, I
I
can win
will
though.
say, I think that might be the best way to handle this because English does appreciate folks who can take responsibility. And if you'd like, I'd be happy to try to put in a good word for you before the match tomorrow.
Mm, the champion named Kenta did that so he could get the 100% grift, and even though he did it the wrong way, I want to fight 100% grift.
Do you mind if I chime in on this for a second? Get fire to save a match, son. If you're gonna go in, go in. You don't worry about the consequences. You be the consequence. If you're gonna go in, you're gonna shoot your mouth off at somebody. If you're a bulldog mouth with a bird dog ass, you better find a bulldog and get in there. This ain't the time you back down. You go ahead, roll up your
Well, I'm not
shirt
backing down.
sleeves, and you go for broke. You understand me?
I did say I'm not backing down.
You
I'm not backing down.
understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Carry on.
Thank you, RA. Motivational speaker, Redneck Avenger joined us there for a second.
I did say I'm not backing down, right?
Yes, yes, yes. You're not going in there expecting to lose. You're going in there hoping not to lose,
Yeah.
right?
That's the best way to describe it.
I mean, and there is the chance that you could catch him on a bad night. It's not impossible. It has happened. And possibly walk out of Love Hurts tomorrow a double champion and go into Immortal as a double champion. That's always a possibility. So there is that to motivate you in some ways. So wish you the best of luck. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yes. I want to say, actually, for both of them, Griffith, DW, one wrong move, and you're done for. Any, and if you make any other move I don't approve, you will be done for. I could put a leg lock on you, and you are done for. So all I need is one mistake from both of you, and the Golden Dragon will make golden time.
All right, there you go. That's what we wanted to hear. We'll see if you can back that up tomorrow night at Love Hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Kenta challenging the Immortal Griff for the Multimedia Championship and defending his Platinum Dragon Championship against DW Diesel Warrior. Thank you for your time, Kenta, and good luck to you tomorrow night.
Before I go, did any one of you found my Mastodon helmet? The champion named Kenta sold it for scrap. Has any one of you been dumpster diving lately, or went to like eBay and see
I
something?
okay. Well, I think the only person I know, like Maeve, has definitely never been dumpster diving. Uh, but I think the only person I could think of that would that would be a possibility is Hobo Ezekiel. Have you talked to him lately?
I will. I haven't yet, but I will. Thank you for your time. Have a golden day. Have a golden day to both of you.
Bye, Kenta.
All right, that was your Platinum Dragon champion. Now it's time to talk to your reigning Arcana Clash Estrogen and Ultimate Gauntlet champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newly re-signed.
Yo, step into the ring, feel the heat, feel the fight. It's destroyer coming in, dressing all black tonight. Smooth talking, body rocking, got the crowd on their feet. Call you dog, they call me Dean, don't you dare get in deep. Tequila sipping, moist making, booty popping, sin. Did I come to make friends? Nah, I came to win. The things I whisper in your ear, secrets high and low. This is ain't no playground, baby, this is a danger zone. No hair, black shades, black heart, beating strong. Tequila dog, drinking all night long. Gotta play tough away for those who cross the line. That's with destroyer on you, out of your mind. In the ring, on the mic, I'm a force you can't deny. Every man's vision, a baddest woman looking fine. So step aside, don't so let D take the reign. Destroyers in the house, this is my game. Battle scars, seen it all, done it all. Smoky backroom through arenas, I answer every call. These young bloods think they tough, try to step to my game. But I'm a veteran, baby, and they all fake the shame. Got the moves, got the looks, got the killer instinct too. So back off, boys, before the hurting on you. On the mic, I'm fighting, spit flames hotter than hell. Yeah, I rhyme sharper than knives, stories I can tell. Black hair, black shades, black heart, being strong. Tequila dog, drinking all night long. Gotta play tough to wait for those who cross the line. That's what destroyer, are you out of your mind? In the ring, on the mic.
Hey, she is a 3 title holder here in RAWF. She is the one and only Destroyer. Good evening, D.
Hey Ellie, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just fine. Thank you
hmm
for asking.
Well, I wasn't sure how you were going to sleep last night.
Uh,
I'm guessing with
Midnight
your
Hobo.
asking me, or
I had to drink some Midnight Hobo. I won't lie. Anyways,
What color of Midnight Hobo did you drink, boss man?
a color that's never been released. It's mixed with NyQuil.
Oh, so that's the stuff that they used to make the sleepy time chicken.
Mm-hmm. We'll go with that. At any rate, D, big night for you tomorrow night. 2 big title defenses. Which one would you like to discuss first?
boy, which two do I have? Arcana versus with Brewer. You know what? I'm not. That's that's the one I'm actually not looking forward to because Brewer and I go way back, and he was tough that first time round, and I think he's just picking up pace as well. I've been studying him. Still plan to take him out at the knees. And Sai, well, oh,
I mean, you beat Psy for that estrogen title
yeah, I
last
beat him
year.
for
So
Arcana Clash too.
yeah, that's true. So I mean,
Yeah.
there is a precedent there that you are, you're well versed in beating Psy Seabell, but
Sibel
uh,
gets distracted when there's pretty ladies around.
I mean that's fair. That's
She
fair.
does. She does. You know what? I know some of her. I know some of her weaknesses. So, you know, saying
That's fair.
it's going to be a good match. I know she's watching what I've been doing. That's all fine and great, but yeah, I think she's got other matches to worry about as well.
That's true. She has to defend the Fubar City championship
Oh, that
against
one that was
Papa
handed to
Shaker.
her? Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, there is that.
That took
Size that
skill.
definitely got her hand.
That one took
Hmm?
skill to win. That one took skill, I'm sure. Now she's actually going to face somebody who has skill. So that'll be an interesting match to see, won't it?
Yes, indeed, indeed. But you're worried more about Brewer, are you?
I think both will be good. I think Brewer is, I don't know, it's, you know what, too fresh off that last one, the last pay-per-view. I think he's gunning for me, for lack of a better way to say it.
Well, I mean, he did plow through the Arcana Clash field in the tournament, so I mean, he definitely has had his eye on that title for quite a while. So
He
we'll see. We
in this last tournament, the Arcana, to find out who was the contender, he beat me in the I think he beat me in the semis to go to the final to face DW to face me.
uh,
So he beat me
yep.
in the semis to get to face DW and then beat W to face me this
Wow.
week. Oh,
Holy shit.
oh yeah, because him and I
May,
were talking about it.
so with anything, Maeve, anything you'd like to ask D?
I'd like to know
Started.
what actually went on in that negotiation.
I told you we were playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, she said that it were Fortnite.
I won.
She she won. That's all that matters.
I'm very curious. I think that there's more story here. Although I'm also curious, D, you didn't happen to see any redheads skulking about in there, did you?
Skulking about like in his
In
office.
Bossman's office, yeah.
Oh, good lord, not this again.
Well, I didn't look under. I didn't look under his desk, but coulda.
I'm here to help.
Not helping. Not
She
helping.
says that. She says that all
Anyways,
the time. I don't think she's telling the truth.
Are you accusing me of lying? I would never.
Yeah, yeah, totally am.
Can you believe this, Bossman?
I'm just gonna sit over here and not think about redheads. Anyways, uh, with that being said, Brewer inside tomorrow. You expect to walk away as with both titles tomorrow night and walk into Immortal with both titles?
I'm gonna damn well try.
Were you around for last year's Immortal season?
Um, yeah. Well, I don't know. Gage, was I? I think so. Because I've been here for over a year now. It's been about a year and a bit. I think I
Okay.
arrived in November of 24.
That sounds about right. Okay, so you did get to experience Immortal last year and the build up to the Xanther and all that good stuff. So
I must have,
yeah.
because I'm pretty sure I heard Griff droning on about how it's been named after him and how he's such a hero and oh, I'm gonna go masturbate now because I love myself. I can't remember all the words, but it's just nonstop droning.
So not only were D at Immortal last year, that was where she won the Arcana class championship from Sibel the first time.
Look at you with
See?
the quick stats.
This is why you should have Maeve on as your co-host more often than that guy, the taco guy.
But the taco guy's like your number one fan destroyer.
Yeah, I don't know. Razor's here. Cage is here. RA's here. That's the call.
Razor's got a wandering eye, and you gotta be careful because he'll get handsy with you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not saying that it's a good idea that he does, but I'm saying he'll try it. I
Yeah,
don't think
think that's a good
Destroyer
idea.
needs you to defend her honor. I think she's just fine on her own, Chris.
But it would be fun to watch.
I mean, it'd be funny for me because either way, I'm gonna laugh.
So yes, it is Immortal season tomorrow night. Actually, I mean, really, begins the journey to Immortal.
Let me ask you a quick question because I don't, I've never been one to delve into details a lot of things. I don't retain that stuff. Don't care. But does anybody have the short version of why Immortal is such a big thing?
I
Over
mean, it's
all the other
our.
pay-per-views, it seems to be the one that everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's Immortal season."
Well, I mean, I'll be the first one to admit I made it basically already. It's already. I designed it to be RAW's version of WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That is the short version. Works for me.
But ours is a lot better than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Some years it is for sure.
I mean, for one thing, we're not charging folks an arm and a leg to come to Vegas twice in a year.
And I can also promise you I'll never have an immortal outside of the country.
See, there you go. Is that true, though? Have you never had one even in Canada?
Nope, not even in Canada.
Huh. Today I learned.
Nope, it is not. I'll have other pay-per-views in Canada and across the pond, and we had couple in Dublin, but
Oh, I was going to say we had a Graveyard Smash last year in Dublin.
This whole time I thought
no.
Morlocks
Two
were
years
immortal.
ago.
What was that, D?
I thought this whole time that Morlocks were immortal. Or are you guys too young for that? Does anybody get that? No.
I got
Okay.
no idea what you're talking about.
1.0 or even 2.0. If you say, well, if Joe Boo was here, he'd know. Morlocks, that's what they would call Canadians. Morlocks. It was a big thing.
Oh, okay.
Bossmen don't get along well with things that live in sewers.
No, this is true.
Canadians, we don't live in sewers, igloos. Damn it. Jeez, get it right.
Oh, sorry.
But Morlocks live in sewers. Don't you read books?
Not lately. Busy with tools, you know. Try that.
That's what Audible's for now.
I do purely love a good audiobook. If anyone needs a good audiobook, let me know. I've got recommendations.
At any rate, Dee, we thank you very much for joining us this evening, and good
As
luck
always.
to you tomorrow. As
Thank
always.
You. Yeah.
Do you have any updates on your nuptials?
On my nuptials? I'm still going to get married.
Have you set a date?
No, thinking about having RA, officiate, because that would just be freaking funny as hell. Haven't really discussed the details yet. Oh, apparently Mama Moose wants to be a bridesmaid or something.
Are you having bridesmaids?
If I'm not having a hen party, I don't know if there's any point to having a bridesmaid.
Are you at least going to have a maid of honor?
If I could find a maid in WU, I'd consider.
If you could find some honor
like
in
that one.
No comment.
Yeah, no comment. All right. At any
Thanks for
rate,
having me.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Enjoy your new contract destroyer.
Right?
She said, enjoy your new contract.
Oh, thanks. Will do.
At any rate, that was Destroyer, the reigning estrogen and Iconoclast champion. And, she did deserve the money. I can't argue that.
And Kenta, we do always upload the radio shows for the pay-per-views.
All the radio shows go up on YouTube pretty quickly after the show. Kenta.
But yeah, so the after hours radio show tomorrow night will go up after we're off the air.
Kenta, do you never see the links that I post in the scene and in the RAWF channel? And
yeah, let me link you to Bossman's YouTube.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Put the YouTube, because we could actually use some subscribers and listeners to those shows. Discord, yep, feed, YouTube, they're all there. Heck yes, there's a channel in Discord where I post all the shows.
Carrier pigeon, smoke signal.
Pretty much. All right. So one last Reminder, folks, that Love Hurts does come to you live tomorrow. We'll be live here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for RAWF Love Hurts, right here on.
That's
Riv-
2 hours earlier than the usual after hours time. So
That's right.
don't show up at the normal time and be like, "Where is everyone?" Because we're all going to be gone.
Yep, we're all going to be in bed by that point. But anyways, that is tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Riverside on the RAWF Radio Network. Now, adding a little something new to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a new outro that we're going to be playing at the end of every show. This one's got a little bit of a preview for y'all, something you might be able to buy in the store in a very short period of time. Maeve, any final thoughts?
I'm excited if it's what I think it is.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us. We will be back here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for RAWF Love Hurts. We'll talk about Love Hurts we'll talk about Love Hurts history, and I will reveal the official logo for Immortal 13. This has been RAWF After Hours. For Maeve O'Hare, I'm Lord Amadeus. Keep it classy, San Diego.